What is up, everyone? It's Friday. We made it. We made it through the week, guys. That's it. I'm calling it. We made it. I quit. I'm done. Call my boss. I'm telling him I'm leaving right now. Oh, I forgot I'm the boss. Actually, I have to stay. Guys, this is the IBC. You could. I can't even. See? It's Friday. I should just throw my hat in. This is the IBC Gang YouTube channel. My name is Tank. Here we talk about everything that's happening in the traditional markets as well as the crypto markets. We'll be getting into a whole bunch of things in this stream today. Before I do that, if you guys would help me out, like this video, subscribe to the channel, tell your mama, tell your auntie, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell everybody you know to come watch this video, because the more people that see these videos, hopefully the more people get food for thought. What's going on, dude? Hold on one second. See, everything's so screwed. Hold on one second. Hopefully the more people that see these videos, the more people get exposure to the Cosmos ecosystem and do well with their long-term positions, guys. Let's go ahead and just jump on into it. Before I do, much love to everybody. I'm just going to call it right now. What's up, Matt? What's up, Chad? What's up, Derek? What's up, IBC Mafia? Guys, what is going on? What's going on, Grits?
Mute off?
The mute is off because I didn't know if you were there or not. It's, everything's thrown.
Yeah, I didn't have my headphones on. I was just sharing some news around.
What's up, Blau? Guys, it's Friday, like I said, right? We made it.
There's a whole bunch of drama with Don and validators going on right now.
I'm glad you got to fill me in. What's up, Brasco? I had a lot of stuff I want to talk about. Again, I just feel like, oh, maybe I need, you know what? Hold on. I need another sip of coffee. Let's get our bearings. Let's get another sip of coffee. It's Friday, right? Whew. Let's do this. Good morning, sunrise. What's up, Blau? I gotta get Blau. If you ever want to jump on, are you off yet? Do you want to ever jump in, kind of give perspective on things? I've been dying to get Blau on here, Grits, for forever. No pressure, brother. No pressure. Let's talk about the markets real quick, and then let's talk about everything that's happening in the crypto market, specifically Cosmos. So right now, guys, I actually too, like, I don't like this lighting either. Hold on, watch. I'm gonna screw a bunch of stuff up. This lighting, I'm telling you, ooh, there we go. That's so much better in my eyes. I'm telling you guys, the light, the sun shining right there is so distracting at times. So right now we're looking at the Dow Jones, right? We're still on the daily. We're still looking at we're still using Market Cipher to look at things. As you guys can see here, right now we are up 0.16%. Pretty good. I mean, to be honest with you guys, wow. Like, you know, that's all I can say is wow. Like, this week has been pretty good. I'm going to be very, very honest with you guys, though. Like, we're on the, here, let me actually go down here. We're still on the daily time frame. And if you guys don't know, like we were saying, like yesterday, right? Like, I'd much rather us come back here and retest this before taking off. Again, this is the daily. We kind of did. If we go to the 1 hourly right here, you can kind of see how we did come back and retest that line. And now we bounced. I know it doesn't look like that right now on the daily, right? Because we're just making another high. So there's a lot more to go through with this daily candle. But like, if you go to the hourly, just like how I said, and again, not one of those people who's like, look, it's like exactly as I predicted. You guys know what I'm talking about, Carl. But it did exactly what I was hoping it would do. And it came up, bounced off the 200 SMA. Again, we're on the 1 hourly, came up through resistance, came back down to retested resistance, bounced off it, used it as a springboard elf support. And now we're carrying on. It's exactly what I was hoping that we'd see on the charts. Just because it's playing out, though, like I'm still not thoroughly convinced. I'm more convinced than not. But I would like to see this daily close in the way that it's going so far. And what I mean by that is by pulling away from the previous daily close and kind of making a run for the top there. That's what I'm hoping we'll see throughout the rest of the day, leading into options closing. But yeah, right now you can't deny, we're for the Dow Jones, we're doing really, really well. So that's a good thing right now. On Market Cipher B right here, the RSIs are pinched together right now. So the stochastic and the regular RSIs are both pinched together. I was thinking about what Timmy was asking me. I don't think I ever actually really explained it all too much. So this yellow one right here is a stochastic RSI. And this one, purplish, I guess, purple, is the regular RSIs. When they pinch together, they form different colors, obviously, right? But right now they are pinched together. Again, remember, they are kind of flattening out and hitting the top section. Anytime you get up to this zone right here, which is right around 99 to 100, usually we do top out. But that's not to say that we can't hang out there for a long time, right? Like, but we have kind of like done our thing here. Expect once we get through options closing, for us to either coast like we have before right here, and or to take a little dip, because we need it, right? Like, we need to compose ourselves. We need to get our second win. We need to kind of do our thing before we make another push. But that's not to say just because we're seeing a little bit of downwards momentum with the RSIs right here, a little bit of rounding on the top, that we can't just hang here and make a huge mountain range with our waves right now. But yeah, that's, I mean, I just gotta say, it's whoo, doing pretty good with the Dow Jones. Back in again, guys, on let me see here. On the daily, we haven't crossed just yet into the positive money flow, but the 1 hourly has been threading in and out of the positive money flow. Hopefully, what's the 4 hour looking like? 4 hour, trying to make that curvature up in there. What's the 8 hour look like? 8 hour also, but what's the 24? 24 coming back down. Yeah, it's kind of hit that top here for the 24 minutes. It's been kind of ranging right now, but to be expected. It is Friday. It is Friday, right? So be ready. Be ready. What's up, B? Working out architectural plans. Lame. Lame. Sounds like fun though, man. Is it personal, like for the fam or something that you're working out on? Because that's cool. I mean, I hate construction, whether it be personal or like for business, but that's still pretty cool, man. What you building? You're building a guest house for when I fly out there. You can fly me around. One of these days, Blau, you're gonna fly me in your plane. If you guys don't know, Brother Blau is a very talented man of many traits. Yeah. Now work. Oh, lame. Super lame then. Super lame. Super lame.
Oh yeah, me and Bren banned that guy.
Deftone, you mean?
Yeah.
What'd he do? I don't even know.
Oh, the Blue Zell show.
Oh, yeah. It's been a while.
I can't believe they're popping back in.
It's been a while.
Why don't you guys pop in and talk about something else?
Hey, I did make a lot of money off them, but you guys can't be doing that kind of stuff. You guys, I absolutely side with my mods. You guys cannot be doing that kind of stuff, even if I made a lot of money on it.
There's like 150 other Cosmos projects to talk about. Talk about one of them first.
Yeah. Coffee out of beer mug. No, this isn't. I don't know what this is. This is one of my favorite mugs though, because it holds a lot of coffee.
I got one of those Yetis. You know, keep it really warm forever.
They got a contest going on at my jiu-jitsu school that I go to for like a cooler mug and like all this stuff. Of course, you got to like refer people. And I was like, I want it though. I do want it. About BLZ all the time. What's up, Peck? Oliver, what's up, man? Brosco, did I say Brosco already? What's going on, guys? But yeah, looking really good for the Dow Jones. Like super interesting. We're going to get into a couple of other little factors when we're talking about that. Let's switch on in. I can't speak today. To the NASDAQ. It is actually down 0.57%. So the Dow up, NASDAQ saying, but like, again, we're on the 24 minute. Let me go to the actually code for 4 hour. 4 hour right here. Reset the charts. As you guys can see here, I did this little ascending wedge pattern, and you know, it's very surprising. It's very surprising. I mean, I said it on the stream a couple of days ago that, you know, I was kind of like, I didn't know exactly how I was taking this this wedge pattern just yet, because admittingly I was kind of skeptical about it. But again, I was trying to explain to you guys the way that you usually come into a pattern is the way that you exit a pattern. So we came into it from the down to the upside. We came into it up going upwards, and now we're leaving it to the upside. So that's usually, the rule of thumb when you're looking at triangle patterns. Some of them are a little different, but that's the gist of everything. I'm still really surprised, especially for the NASDAQ, that we haven't really come back down and retested this again. So I'm kind of sitting back and just waiting to see if that does happen. Right now, we are just retesting our previous resistance that we had for just a little while, right, on the 4-hour time frame. So you can kind of see that playing out right now. Previous tops or resistance, and now we're getting tested right now, kind of falling. If you go down to the 24-minute, you can kind of see that we're kind of faltering from right there. Previous tops, right? Came up here, kind of looks like it's coming back down here. Maybe we meet up on the 24-minute to that 24 or that 200 SMA on the 24-minute. This is what it looks like on the 1 hourly. Maybe we just come back down here and retest, like I said, like what I would like to see us retest this zone or this previous resistance on this ascending triangle pattern. But just, be patient a little bit. Be patient. Be patient. Still, all in all, looking good. Looking really, really good. So as long as we don't reverse, like, honestly, long term, like, right, if you kind of like forget the daily movements and stuff like that, and you kind of just think like long term, as long as we don't do something like this right here, let me show you guys what I'm talking about, and we retest or break these lows again, higher low, higher low, higher low, as long as we don't come up and go and just break this support line right here, where anything could happen and we're still a-okay long term. We're still making progress, right? Like we could do this, bump, 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 and be fine. We could do this, bump, 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 and be fine. Like if we get downwards momentum, if we get like, next week, the Fed saying blah, 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 and then people go, oh no, and we go all the way back here and we just do this, we're still making higher lows on the chart. We're still keeping that trend line on the daily time frame. So I want to prepare you guys for that. Like whenever you see, again, it's changing your mindset, right? Whenever you see things getting really, really good looking, I wouldn't FOMO into it. And if you do, be definitely conservative about it. Like, right? Like we don't buy green candles. We don't chase green candles. We buy fear. We buy red. We buy support, right? Like that's what we do, not financial advice, but that's what we do as investors, right? So right now, if this is the time, if you haven't already taken a position, it's the time to sit on your hands and see how it kind of plays out. If you have FOMO, I mean, be conservative with it. Be super, super conservative with it. Make sure you're DCAing by fours. Every position also DCAing by fours. So like this position of your forts also split into forts. But yeah, like little friendly advice, like, we're retesting previous highs right now. You don't buy when you're retesting. I don't know. That's just my rule. That's my rule. Anyway, I'm kind of ranting right now.
I don't know. I do the same thing. I don't like, I don't feel like missing out.
Yeah.
I'd rather not get caught up catching a falling knife. Because when that happens, you got to be like, well, I got to throw twice as much down now.
Yeah. Yep. So just a little conservatism. Right now is what I would stress to a lot of people. Ultimately, like, hey, we're doing really good. Like, when how long has this been? A couple of weeks? I don't know how long this has been. How long has this been? A month, a little over a month, couple of weeks. Yeah, a little over a month. Price action is doing really well. Again, I don't know for sure. I don't know, but like I said, I was more leaning towards that we already saw the worst. And I think we're kind of seeing that play out a little bit too early to call that. But again, I told you guys, I thought that maybe already saw the worst. It is what it is though. Like we'll see how it plays out, especially over the next couple of months. Russell down 0.72%. All in all, not bad. Again, guys, all in all, not bad. You see the zones right here that we put on the charts. We had our, I guess this is a symmetrical triangle if you want to call it that. But again, we entered it coming up in, I mean, yeah. I'm still, see, even when I look at this, I go, but we entered it coming up and we left it coming up. Usually there's 5 touches to a pattern or to a flow. Usually, so we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and usually it's down, but, or you could say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? It's all about how you're viewing things. And that's why, like, I'm being very honest with you guys. I'm still, when I look at this, I'm like, It is what it is, though. We did break out of this symmetrical triangle pattern, and we are coming up and retesting again. If you look here, pretty easily to see previous rejection zones. We do have, a green dot. Again, we were talking about green dots on Market Cipher A being a weaker sign but still being a sign of continuation with price action. Usually if you go and take a look, you can see here, if you back test, right, this is on the Russell, green dot, went sideways and then pumped a little bit. Green dot, pumped, green dot, downwards and then pumped. Green dot, pumped, green dot, kind of went sideways and then pumped, or at least downwards and then pumped. But they usually end up with, if you give it some time, usually end up with some higher price appreciation for the chart over an extended period of time. Again, of course, we're on the daily time frame, so you got to give things time to play out. But that's not, I'm not telling you to front run that. It's a weaker sign. It's a lot better when you see these green dots on the lower section of the chart, which is Market Cipher B. Again, double greens are a lot better. And then again, trigger dots are a step, not above, a step below double greens. And then again, the weakest one being this Market Cipher A being the weakest green dot. But it's still there, and we are still seeing ourselves carry through. As you can see, that curvature from the anchor waves leading us up. It's like just basically setting higher lows, right? Higher low, higher low, higher low. Curvature is what I'm talking about always with the money flow. We are leading. We're pinching right now. Maybe we follow through and we see a little bit of pop into the positive money flow. Maybe we see a little bit of a pop there. We got to get through option close today. I believe it's, I believe it closes at 4 o'clock Central Time. Chicago. Yeah, Chicago is the same time as me. I think it's 4 p.m. But yeah, so let's see what happens. SPX, guys. SPX, same thing. Looking at momentum waves, looking at Market Cipher B, anchor waves, kind of just leading us up into it. Higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, right? Curvature with the negative money flow, looking for that pop into the positive money flow. It's been, guys, we've been in a negative right here for so freaking long. How long has this been? How long has this been? 183 days of negative wave action, negative money flow action on the Market Cipher B. It's a long time. That's a long time. If we go in and take a look at our patterns, you can see basically symmetrical pattern as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's more, kind of. But again, it is what it is, guys. If you go back to the 1 hourly time frame, you can see that we did exactly like I was hoping. We came back down, retested the top section, which was once resistance for us, and now we bounced off it, used it as a springboard of support. Right now, it looks like it's fighting for the SPX to get back into the green. We're only down 0.09%. Could easily flip. If you guys don't remember, yesterday we started off in a negative and then we ended on a positive. So it could be the same thing playing out today for the markets. We could start in the negative, end up in the positive, and just carry on. So far, that seems to be the trend. The trend is your friend until it's not. So don't get too overly bearish just because we're seeing a little bit of red right now in the markets. It could just play out over a long period of time. If we take a look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin up 1.49%. So again, we're having a red candle, but still overall up on the daily time frame, 1.5%. Let me get out of this 1 hourly though. So I'm sorry. So much stuff on my chart, guys. So much stuff on my charts. I do apologize. It's like organized madness for me. But as you guys can see here, we're just carrying on. Like, I'll be honest, I'm still happy with taking my profits. Like yesterday, I was talking to Grits, I was talking to everybody, I was telling you guys, like, hindsight quarterbacking yourself is never a good thing. Like, you got profits, realize your profits, be happy with them. Sure, I could have maybe held out a little bit longer, but like I was seeing signs that things got a little dicey. Like when we saw on Bitcoin, when we saw this candle close lower than this previous candle, I was like, oh, I'm good. So like, it is what it is. We are trying to get back up, but I need to see this candle close above this previous candle for the trend to stay intact. Like it can still, don't get me wrong, it can still stay intact as well. I could do something like this right here. Right? Yeah, you can see that where we popped up, had a red day, and then popped up. We need to have ebbs and flows in the market. Things don't move in a straight line. We need to have sellers to have buyers. So you got to keep that in mind, right? Like maybe this was just, we still ended on a green candle on that day. So maybe that's just, what it is. And we had a little bit of composure gathering, and now we're just carrying on with this trend to the upside. So again, looking really, really good right now. We do have some key levels that we have to get over. Like obviously we need to get over with confidence. Excuse me, I had to burp. A lot of missed price action or price action that was murdered in the past recently. In order to do that, that happened really quickly too. In order to do that, we're going to need sustainable growth, because we're not going to get a huge rally like this. Like think about it, guys. What is that percent move from where we are right now to the top? That's like 31%. Do you think we're going to get a 31% rally to recapture this in a span of like, how fast did we lose it? 10 days? No, probably freaking not, right? Like, no. So what we need to see and what we need to look for, guys, is that slow, sustainable growth on the charts. That's going to look more like a stair-stepping ebb and flow movement like this over time to capture what we lost right here. That's what we need to see over time, and it's going to have a lot of ebbs and flows. So I want to prepare you guys for that as we move forward. Don't think that we're just going to keep rallying and recapture this like a W or, you know, a huge bowl. Like this is not going to turn into a huge cup and handle formation. It's not. It's going to look, well, maybe over time, but it's going to look something like this. It's going to be one heck of a jaggedy cup if it plays out. But we need to recapture that. Really, we don't even need to recapture this top. We need to recapture this dotted line that I have on the chart right here. And that is just previous bottoms that we had. So we're not that far away from it. I mean, I know it does look really far, but if we give ourselves, you know what, another month to recapture 20-ish%, like 20 days, like I just went 20 days right there, right? Like another month or so, maybe next month is a really good month for us. Like that'd be a really good look, a slow, steady look for us to recapture this zone right here. And then we can really set this level as our new floor, as our new level to build on. And that would just be basically previous cycle bottoms or previous price action bottoms, right? Not cycle bottoms, previous price action bottoms. That would be a really good thing for us to kind of come back up over the next month, retest and recapture. So that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm hopeful for. That's what I'm crossing my fingers for over the next month, is for us to get back above at least get to like $27,000-$30,000 over the next, you know, month or two. But again, that would kind of still lead us into, if you guys have been watching this channel, right? Q3, early Q4, what I've been saying, where I think things might turn around. If we can get back up to the mid 20s, high 20s, something in the next 2 months, especially, like that's good. That would make me look like a genius. So I'm like really crossing my fingers that I look like a genius to everybody. So, but you know, I don't know. Just little disclosure. I don't know it all. This is just kind of what I'm hoping to see play out. But any questions at all? Yeah, guys, did you also hit that thumbs up? Don't forget, hit that like button. It's hard. It's struggle bus time. It's hard. Do me a favor. I want to be, you know, I'm not going to lie. I want to be up there with the popular kids. I need to do it with you guys though. I'm not going to do it like other people. And I don't know. I'm not making accusations, but I'm doing this with the people. I need your guys' support. I want to be the place where the IBC gang and the Cosmos ecosystem can come for some realness, you know, and know it. When the next cycle runs, I want to be the place where everybody here, it'd be like Cheers. I don't know if you guys are old enough for that reference, where everybody knows y'all's name, like not my name, y'all.
Yeah.
So
one of them just died, actually.
Oh,
the actors. I forget.
Don't tell me Phil. I love Phil. Oh, I'm gonna have to look it up later. It sure is struggle bus time, man. It really is. It's hard to grow. It's hard to grow on social media right now. People be like, oh, I don't want to be supportive. Guys, it takes no time at all. Shouldn't cost you any money. All you have to do is hit the like button, subscribe. It really, really helps out. You know what's really funny? I'm gonna let me pull it up real quick. We have been stuck at like the same sub number. Yeah, like look, check it out. We have been stuck at 1.9 for forever. Like forever. It's what it is. It's fine. But like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. What do I do? How do I grow more, guys? Anyway, I just think maybe there's not, maybe there's not enough people to grow. I don't know. It don't matter though. I'm happy with you guys. You guys are my babies. Don't worry, baby. I love you long time. I'm okay with just you. I'm being serious. I'm being a little silly, but I'm being dead serious, guys. I could sit here and we can hang out, just us, the cool kids, for like the next 5 years and make a ton of money together. And I wouldn't care at all if we ever break like 2K or whatever it is. It's halfway through Friday and I've got a 4-day weekend next week. Nice, dude. Awesome. Anybody got any questions at all? Bren, are you working today? Did you not tell your boss that you're done with it already? I thought we talked about this, bro. Grits, you have to talk. You're gonna have to let him know how you do it, dude. Just tell him fuck. I'm done.
I hate working for physical people.
That's all Bren does is work physically with people. And he probably hates it. He's like, oh, I hate you guys. Yeah, you know, it's so real though, Bren. I'm sorry, it's Friday, guys. We're kicking back. Like, I like knowing everybody. Like, you know, when we have our shout outs, like, I love, it does feel like when you walk into a bar and like, it's like the regulars, not that we're all a bunch of alcoholics and stuff like that, but it's like, hey, you know, like it's your people, man. Like I love it. Yeah. You cripple. Yeah, there you go. That's a better term. What's up, Nick? Welcome to the crew.
Morning, gentlemen.
Yeah. Look at him. See, he told his boss, F off.
Morning.
Do you work today?
I never work.
Oh, wait. Oh, it's the wrong guy. I thought that was Brent. You sounded just like Brent for a second. I never work.
Joe. That's Cosmos DeFi.
When a teacher goes, I never work, I always go,
You knew that already.
All right, guys. If there's no question about Bitcoin, if actually, Blau, did you post anything? We always got to check Blau's post, guys. Blau does amazing posts about Bitcoin. Let's check and make sure Blau didn't post his knowledge on Bitcoin. Did you post anything, bro? Let me see here. No recent post. No recent post. All right. Let's move on, guys. Let's move on. Let's go ahead and jump. Well, actually, before we jump on into the cryptoverse, let's actually talk about what we see in the news here on investing.com. Just click the news. U.S. stock markets mixed as social media weighs in on tech. What is this saying? What is this article saying here? What? Click the button. Is it? No? Oh, okay. You're just not letting me do it without looking at your ads. Go away. Ads. Investing.com. U.S. stock open mixed on Friday as social media weighs down on tech sector. Dow Jones, blah, 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 blah. Snap. Twitter. Mixed expectations for profit. Go away. Revenue and user growth, and blamed its performance in part on its battle with Elon Musk. So convenient, Twitter. Just blame Elon Musk again. Oh, you guys are so funny. The company is suing Musk in Delaware to force him to make good on his $44 billion takeover. Wow, when you got to sue somebody, no, you better buy me. You better buy me and take me to dinner.
No, they're not going to be able to do that.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. You guys didn't show him how you guys bought everybody to death. Right?
I guess no one else. There are no competing bids, I guess.
Yeah. Nobody's interested. That's when you're playing hard. See, guys, that's
Dude,
that's how you play hard to get right there. No, baby. No. And they're like, take me. No.
Dude, I think he literally did that just to throw the CEO out.
Dude,
for Jack Dorsey.
could have been, bro. Could have been. The only thing I wish.
I saw some memes about it.
I wish that they had dark mode on this. I hate so blind.
Use Night Eye. It's called. I use that shit on everything.
Oh, I trust you. I'm weird about putting any crazy extra stuff on my computer.
Oh yeah, I guess so. I mean, I'm pretty like.
I trust you though. If you say it's good,
I haven't had a virus in fucking like 15 years.
We're knocking on wood right now. Twitter shares rose 0.5%. Revenue 1.18 billion fell short of the 1.33 billion forecast. Other social media stocks were also falling, including Meta Platforms. Such as Meta. Well, everybody hates Meta, and everybody hates Facebook anyway. So, let me see here. I swear, if it wasn't for like my friends back home in Hawaii, like I probably wouldn't even have Facebook.
I heard that Netflix lost less subscribers than they expected for some reason, which is good.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. Oil rose. Crude oil futures rose 0.2% a barrel. Actually, gas prices have been coming down, right? Gas prices have been coming down. So it's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting stuff, guys. Not like overly interesting or anything like that, but I mean, that's good. We're still waiting for the Fed meeting, which is going to happen in 5 days. I believe that's Wednesday, 27th, Wednesday, right? 27th, Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. I think people are, hey, we're seeing it in the price action, guys. I think a lot of people have priced it in. Like I was saying, I think a lot of people have kind of like figured out that there's only so much pushing that could happen. Could be wrong, but we're seeing it right now in the market, in the price action. So we'll see how it goes. Now, moving on into our favorite coins. Let's see how we're doing right now. We were at $11 earlier. We're at $10.85. We're down actually as the rest of the, like again, we talked about it with Atom, right? Usually the Cosmos ecosystem and Atom, they move against the rest of the market. So when the rest of the market's pumping, we kind of stall out. And then when everything else stalls out, we run. That's kind of how it usually is. So it's not to be, unexpected. It's not, what am I trying to say? I'm not surprised that Atom is down 1.7% and the rest of the market looks like it's green right now. We did have a really good run, and right now we are coming back down and looking like we're testing. We did just break through our resistance and the 0.5, and it does look like we're just coming back down and retesting the 5. Look at this fib. You see that? Look at that, guys. We're just coming right back down. Oh, trying to do this with one hand. And look what I get. This is the 5 right here. We pumped through it, tested it, bounced, testing it again, and we're testing the 0.5. We're testing this current level of resistance. We're waiting on the 1 hour to see if the 200 SMA follows up and meets us with, and I think this is when we're actually going to pull away from it and start seeing more than $11 if price action can sustain itself and keep doing what it's been doing. I think if we can see on the 1 hourly or on the 4 hourly, whichever one you want to look at, the 200 SMA with time meet us up at resistance, which was once resistance, now treating us as support, and kind of like combined with the 0.5, the previous support or current support, previous resistance, and now like reinforce it with the 200 SMA on those time frames. I think that's when we'll bounce off it with strength and pull away, probably once options close. Again, guys, we're on the 1 hourly time frame right now. It's not going to take us much longer for us to close. It's going to be like, look, that boom. We'll just basically, that's in a day's time. We'll basically close, kind of meet up, everything will converge, and I think we're going to bounce and then carry on. If the market stays the way it's been staying. So I'm loving Atom. Again, kind of regretting, but that's hindsighting, right? Like kind of regretting taking profits right through here. Again, I didn't catch $10.50. I caught like $10.40 or something like that when I sold a couple of days ago. But it is what it is. I'm still in profits, and I still got long-term holds that, are still seeing price appreciation long term. So it is what it is. I'm loving it. Any questions at all with Atom? I do want to talk to you guys about Atom specifically in just a little bit, but we'll circle back and we'll talk about that because Lido, got me hot yesterday. Hot. And I need to talk to y'all about that.
I know.
So there was just so much stuff happening yesterday. I couldn't really express myself. Again, we're on the 1 hourly time frame just so you guys can take a look better. I know it's still a jumbled mess, guys, but Secret right now retesting previous zones. Again, fib lines, we're coming back up, or retesting on the 1 hour. We're going to come back down and retest the 200 SMA. If you zoom out a little bit, you can see that our lines right here, this is the 0.5 where we got rejected. We came down, actually bounced off the 200 SMA, got rejected on the 0.5, and now we're coming back down and kind of just ping-ponging after seeing some really good price action right here. We're just kind of ping-ponging between the SMA and the 0.5. So still, all in all, looking good. If you zoom out or if you go to the 4 hourly time frame, guys, as long as this trend, low, still happens, again, it's really, right back here was really, really close, right? But like, again, we retested previous low, bounced again. So 2 touches, boom. And then we started trending up, making a higher low, making a higher low, making a higher low. Again, so long as we don't come back and like just bleh, and negate all of this stuff, we're doing absolutely fine long term. Absolutely fine long term. That's what I have for Secret though. All in all, looking pretty good. Just wait. Again, options closing today. So it's kind of one of those just be patient and wait. So long as we sustain ourselves, maintain ourselves, it's a long-term thinking right now, guys. Don't, like, unless you're a shorter, like, again, and then I call you guys rogues and vagabonds because I don't short things, but I know a lot of like crazy, really good traders that short things and make a lot of money. I don't do it. It makes
Way
me feel
too much
funny.
pressure for me.
Yeah, but it makes me feel funny. I don't like it. But unless you're a shorter, like, hey, you're retesting, previous resistance and stuff like that. But again, like how much, how much
Mindset's weird. Also, you got to be like, well, I'm testing this business's, financial structure.
You're doing a lot of things. You're testing not only that, but you're testing like liquidity. You're testing other traders. Like you really got to be a stone cold killer. And like the people that do that, man, I got so much respect for shorters. I don't like people that short the assets that I'm bullish on, but I still got respect for the game. And you people that are great at shorting, like that's just such a different mindset though. You got to change off everything that you think as far as bullishness goes and go, how bearish can I get? Like,
well, people look at it as like bad, right? Oh, you're trying to take down this company, but no, it's like they're actually there to test the bottom line. Like,
no, you need shorters. Like again, you need sellers to have buyers and vice versa. Like you need that. It's not a bad thing. It just makes me feel weird. Like, like, cause the shorts, the people that are shorting, they're going to get out. They're not dumb. Those people are extra smart. Those guys are going to get out at certain levels. Yeah. They're going to have their limits and everything like ready to get stopped out. And like, again, when that happens, that just gives opportunity for people that are waiting to buy. So you need shorters, you need people that are short on things in order for markets to ebb and flow. So I just don't like doing it. Just like too much for me, too much pressure.
Yeah. There's way too much going on for me to do that.
Yeah.
Hey, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
As someone who doesn't chart, but I vaguely understand the charting business. When you're looking at prices and you're comparing, for example, with a lot of the tokens, we've seen higher lows the last couple of weeks in two spots from the bottom. Since a lot of these tokens that we look at are pretty high inflation, the circulating supply can change, even in like a month or two in a significant way. Does that ever factor into the charting, or are you strictly looking at price no matter what?
No, like tokenomics and fundamentals, they always you always have to consider them. Like if you're not considering like let's just take Juno's a great example, right? Because we still have pretty high inflation and all this other stuff. Right,
Juno and Evmos, these are like the ones that I would say it's going to be hard to chart and factor in the tokenomics, like you said.
Well, it is like, so you can definitely separate them for what it's worth and stuff like that, but like you still have to take into account like how much longer is it for Juno? It's like 2 months or something like that, right? Like 2 months, and then the inflation gets cut in half, like literally gets cut in half. Like you have to take into the account like the time tested truth of the matter is that usually when things are more scarce or harder to come by, that's going to increase the value of it, especially if it's an actually fundamentally valuable thing. Like, right? Like it's different when you're looking at things that actually don't serve much more use case other than like, what were we talking about yesterday? Diffusion. Like I still don't understand diffusion and a diff token. Like I don't understand what it does. But like
I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. I don't understand any of the DEX tokens except for osmosis.
Yeah, well, like other than diffusion for pairing, like I just don't understand the use case for it as much. Maybe I need to just be educated. I don't know.
I haven't read their white paper, but maybe they got some sort of deflationary mechanism in there or something. That would be the only thing that makes sense. For me.
But still, like when you're talking about value, right? And when you're trying to chart it and like you're trying to get an understanding, like, well, they just say like in comparison, like what's the diff token going to do? That is like extremely, I don't even chart it because it's extremely like.
It's only for airdrops right now.
Yeah.
That token is not correlated to how valuable the app is.
Yeah.
It's correlated to just literally buying and selling on speculation. The app could be the best DEX in the world, and the token is not needed to use the DEX.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right. So it's the same. I've been thinking about DEX tokens for a while, and I emailed an author of a white paper, and he wrote back to me really nice, answered all my questions, and he flat out told me, right now it's a valueless governance token, not diffusion, a different DEX. And I said, you know what? I've been worrying about this for so long. It's impossible to look at the charts if the token is, you don't need it, right?
Yep.
So,
but
something like
he's
Juno,
thank God he
how
was
did they
honest
make
about it though, like because
yeah, because he was a dev. He wasn't marketing, right? He was the he's the guy that wrote the white paper and had a hand.
How does the DEX make money? You know,
That's my question. And why? And here's the thing: when these apps are getting designed and developed, the team is paid partially in those tokens. So those tokens, no matter what, are going to spill into the market at some point. They need an influx of buying.
Well, I was going to say, and see, you got to take those kind of things. So kind of to go back, I think maybe even kind of lost track to the original question. Like, how do you, with these DEX tokens, right? Like, I guess we can't really use Juno then. Was the question originally?
Well, my question is just about, I guess, high inflation tokens, regardless of what their purpose is. If you're looking for historical levels of support or historical levels of resistance, how can you take into account the drastic difference in the supply over like even a couple of months for, Evmos, Juno? Some of these have really high inflation. So are you comparing apples to apples, or is there going to be some leeway in there?
No. To be very honest with you, for things like that, for Evmos, Juno, and especially like osmosis and stuff like that, for the first year, I'm being very honest. It's very, very you're taking educated guesses, but that's really all you're doing, because the fluctuations in all of those variables are so dramatic, like they're so high, right? And so like you can do your best as far as like, if you zoom out, actually, let's go and take a look at the osmosis one, because the Juno on osmosis. If you take a look at their daily, right? Like, I don't know how well you guys can see this. Like the best you can do, and this is a great example of how dramatic the moves are. The best you can do is take educated guesses based on the amount of activity on chain. So like when you're looking at those kind of things, the only way you're going to get a good idea is to also be taking a look at the activity, like manually, on what's happening with these vested tokens, on what's happening on the day-to-day volume base, like on osmosis and stuff like that. It's the only way you're going to get it. Because if you just try to do it on, unmatured charting, because again, we're under a year old. Like who knows? It's like watching a baby under a year old. Who the fuck knows what that baby's gonna do, right? Like it might stand up, it might walk, it might fall down, it might get up, walk a little bit, fall on its face. It's all kind of crazy stuff. So like based on like what it does yesterday, you might go, oh yeah, baby's gonna get up and maybe take a couple of good, more mature steps. But then you see baby just and not, and like, so it's hard in the first year. That's my real answer. But you can get really good ideas based on just technical, like rules on technical analysis. Like it's still legit. Like previous highs are going to be treated as usual resistance, because you get what is physical traders still sticking to fundamental rules when it comes to TA. And then also the X factor is you have bots now that don't care about emotions and are just set based on those fundamental technical analysis rules that like that's why fibs are so important, right? Like if you can, this doesn't have it on here, but if you go back and if you were to drop a fib line on previous highs and bottoms and then set a bot on it, like it's just going to trade that range based on those fib lines or parameters that you put into it. So yeah, it's harder. It's much harder. I think that's a really good question, but it's a hard question to answer. But the real one is it's much harder when it's the first year for high inflation tokens, and especially tokens that have like crazy fundamental things like the like Juno, with their vesting, and then you have the osmosis token and the Evmos token, and the way that they're like conceived and then thrown out there into the market. It's really, really tricky. So that's a really good question,
right,
though. And honestly, anybody that says that they can give you a straight legit, like this is how it is full of shit. Like I don't even know how to really answer that, because it is kind of like you can only just do your best. Like that's all you can do.
Because due to the inflation, you could have a situation where a token price is is it's retesting support, let's say from 6 months prior. The market cap could be way higher, and even though the price is not as an increase due to an increase in circulating supply. And I think in general, I guess it's just easier to chart larger cap tokens who have already gone through price discovery, right?
Oh yeah, it's so much easier to chart Ethereum, Bitcoin, all of these like mature, I wouldn't even call them adults just yet, because they're like early teenagers in the market. They're only 12 years, like Bitcoin's only 12, 13 years old or whatever it is. Like it's much easier to chart them with confidence than it is to go to a very low market cap coin that's easily swayed, like whether it be through inflation, whether it be just purchasing or whatnot. Like, it's definitely a lot harder. But that's a really great question.
Yeah, I was just curious. I always had a hard time charting micro caps, and now in the Cosmos ecosystem, the high inflation tends to be the norm in the first couple of years. I'm thinking like it's almost not even worth me learning how to chart on those tokens. Maybe Bitcoin or like SPY or something like that, where it's a little bit different in terms of like the circulating supply is relatively constant.
Well, the thing, I think it's Friday. Let's just chill, right, guys? Because I think this is a really good topic. So you got to remember, like, there's a lot more. That's why I always say, like, you have to be a fundamentalist and you have to have a good understanding of fundamentally how the markets actually move, and also like take into account, like, the individual tokenomics and token structures and fundamentals of those individual tokens as well when you're making your investments. Like when you look at like Osmosis, oh hell, you can even say Atom, right? Like, technically really small market cap in comparison to Bitcoin and Ethereum. And the rest of the market of crypto, at least, is still tied to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Like, it is what it is. And there's only so much liquidity in the pool at any given time, regardless of how long Bitcoin is matured, or like, this is like saying, you put, so much water into your teacher, you put so much water into a pot, and then you put one big potato in it. Well, there's no more water just because the water, or there's no more, there's like liquidity is the water, right? Example, there's no more liquidity or water in that pot. It's just the mass of that potato expanded the water and made it look like it, and it just rose, right? Just spread out amongst the potato. Now, if you put more and more, which is more and more tokens into that same pot, there's, you didn't turn on the boiler or anything like that, so it's not evaporating. There's still the same amount of water, the same amount of liquidity in that pot. It's just moving and taking and filling up space. So like when you're talking about super high inflation tokens and how to chart them, like, you're probably just better off getting to understand how to chart Bitcoin, like you said, and Ethereum, because if they dump, guess what's going to happen to your token as well? It's going to dump. There's only so much liquidity in the market. And even if some of that liquidity gets absorbed into some of these smaller fruits or smaller vegetables and smaller pieces of potatoes and stuff like that, the vast majority of the water is going to get soaked into that big potato, which is Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? So like, where's all the water? It's still there. It's just, moved a little bit, but like, that's how the market's have. So if you're trying to like get a better idea of where you should go, I guess I should just say this and wrap it up, because that was very confusing even to myself now that I'm thinking about it. If you're trying to get a better understanding of how to chart or where to chart, just chart Bitcoin, just chart ETH. Like, you're going to have the same idea of what's happening in the overall market than trying to get a good understanding of hyper focusing on high inflation tokens like Osmo, Bitcoin and stuff like that. Because you're going to go, what? Why? This doesn't make sense. This works on Ethereum, but why doesn't it work here? It still worked. It just happened more dramatically. Like,
I'll be back.
Fair enough. No, it makes sense. It's all one trade right now.
Yeah.
You might get some better multiples in the smaller cap coins, but I don't see Bitcoin going down below 20,000, and at the same time Ethereum rockets up to 2,400. Right? It's just it's kind of all one trade.
But there are some certain things that, like, that's what I was saying. Fundamental wise, there are, like, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I actually think that Bitcoin could Bitcoin could range between 20, where it's at basically right now, and 30,000. And honestly, Ethereum, if they did the merge, and like, of course, everything has to work perfectly. Not saying it's going to go all the way back to all-time highs, but I honestly do think Ethereum could go on its own separate run to $3,000 easily, with Bitcoin just staying there. Again, Bitcoin, all Bitcoin would have to do is go up back
Is
to
maintain.
30,000. Yeah, maintain or go back up to 30,000. And then fundamentally things changed for Ethereum. And so it can just run on its own and see, a much higher, like you're saying, those smaller caps, which Ethereum is still much smaller than Ethereum as far as market cap, right? Can definitely still run. So
Ethereum is kind of in a class in its own
it
because
is.
it's a platform. It's the biggest DeFi platform by a long shot, and institutions are aware of it. It's not like it's an
Yep.
under the radar token anymore. So yeah, I guess I would agree with that.
Yep.
I think for me, I did pick up some tokens near the bottom, like on the way down,
Mm-hmm.
that I did not stake. And in my head, I would look to take profits sometime around, the weeks after Bitcoin, if it could make its march up to 30. In my head, I would say, okay, it will be some profit taking. Some of those profits will spill into altcoins. It might give some security to people who want to buy back in after they were scared to buy the big dip. So I'm just curious to pick your brain because you're on top of this and I am just, I look at things more weekly, monthly.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just not
And you
my thing.
should.
I don't want to, right now, this whole dip, the only thing I bought was Bitcoin. I did dollar cost average every single day, a couple bucks. And I think that around 30,000, there'll be some headwinds there, unless there's a major catalyst or something like that.
For sure, for sure. There's definitely going to be 30,000 again. If you go back to Bitcoin, is literally the previous price action bottoms. So like, yeah, there's going to be whenever you come back to retest previous bottoms and or tops, you're going to run into a lot of resistance. One is a psychological range. So there's a lot of psychological importance and for us to recapture that. And then there's also just there's bots that have this range set. Like I'm sure if I went to the order books right now on just about any platform, there's huge take profit orders for Bitcoin at these ranges. Because there's a lot to do it, right? Like trading and investing is all human emotions. There's people that were lucky enough at that time to have bought but didn't take profits on the way, so they're seeing it go. They didn't realize it maybe, but they're seeing it go down and they're shook. Like they bought a little bit, maybe not a whole Bitcoin, maybe just 1/10 of a Bitcoin or whatever it is, but they're still shook and they're just waiting. I have a friend, he's a personal long-term friend, millionaire in Hawaii that me and him grew up as buddies. Like he overextended and like he tells me, I think I told this story before. He says, the worst thing I could have ever done was get into crypto, like, down hundreds of thousands of dollars, not down, like realized, but down right now. Right. And I know for a fact that if I don't know exactly which price points, but if he bought right here, the minute he has that chance to get back out, he's just going to be done. And so he's going to sell. So like there's, no matter how bullish we are in our bias, you got to recognize that there's going to be those people, there's going to be sellers at certain levels, especially psychological lows and stuff like that, or which was once support and stuff like that. If because they're going to go, well, what if this is my one chance? So I know trading and investing is so much more than people think, but it really is very simple when you just dumb it down and make it simple.
Well, and to your point, if Bitcoin could stay near 30,000 in that, let's say 25 to 29,000 range for an extended period of time, that might provide some comfort to people who want to splash around in altcoins as well.
Oh yeah.
Especially if it stays there for several weeks, which I think is possible. So
yeah,
no, I like your take on stuff, and I just like looking at the daily charts as like the smallest time frame.
I rarely ever I basically do this on honestly, everybody. I usually just go to the smaller time frames for the sake of the stream. Like most days, if I'm just walking around my house or looking at my phone, I rarely ever look at anything lower than a daily time frame because I can see everything I need to see, on the daily. I really can. I can see it all. As a matter of fact, to be honest with you, I primarily just look at Market Cipher B when I'm looking at the charts. I don't even look at the only time I look at Market Cipher A or the candles is when I want to confirm what I'm seeing right here and then get that confirmation by looking at the charts. But yeah, I mean, sorry, I think that's great questions though, but still.
Thanks for walking me through it. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you.
I feel like I still didn't really give you.
No, you can't learn these things all at one time. You get little bits and pieces, and you need time to digest and put it together.
Yeah.
So it definitely helps.
But and again, I think to go back to your original question, if I remember right, like for high inflation tokens, mean, I would definitely keep an eye on it, but then just chart, watch Bitcoin, watch, watch whatever it's core. Like, again, if you look at, not to say this is exactly, but like, it doesn't per se correlate exactly or have to hold hands. But like, if you're looking at tokens in an ecosystem, look at that ecosystem token, like, Atom ecosystem, Atom, right? Like, there's multiple things. Like Juno could run without Atom running. Secret could run without Atom running. But still, like, the overall health, right, is you just want to take a quick glimpse. I always, like, when I look at Atom and the Atom ecosystem or Cosmos ecosystem, the first thing I always do, and I do it all the time on the stream, is I look at Atom. How is Atom doing right now? Well, it's doing its thing right here. Well, let's see what the babies inside or the relatives of the Atom ecosystem or Cosmos ecosystem are doing as well. They could obviously just run on its own. But like, that's, so if you want to, if you want to take a look at like things that are in Ethereum's ecosystem, like, you can look at all of those things, right? Like, look at DOT, you can look at any of these, like Zcash, Link, all this stuff, right? Like, first thing you're going to do is go, oh, how's ETH doing? Like, look at the parent first, then look at the children. So it's kind of same thing. Like, if you want to like zoom out with that, just look at Bitcoin and ETH and then look at the baby children first. So I feel like I still didn't answer that, but whatever. We're going to move on. Guys, we're still fighting right now. Still fighting for Atom to get back up. Secret, like I said, still fighting as well. Still doing pretty well. Juno, I want to go actually here. Oh, we were actually on Juno. Let's take a look at the expert chart. Still doing really freaking good. Still doing really good. I'm like, Juno goes back up to $4. You better hold on, or at least buckle up.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, that's just my humble opinion. You just buckle up because there's so many cool things happening right now for Juno. I'm going to chart this real quick. If you guys can see, rejection, support, right? I like to go by wicks. Some people don't, but I like doing that. If you go here, make another line right here. This is what I'm looking at. And this, again, kind of how I chart high inflation tokens, right? Like, I just keep it really simple. Like, I just go back to this is the 30-minute. I try to look and see where previous resistance and support is. If you go to the 4-hour, same thing, resistance, support, resistance. And I'm kind of splitting hairs. If you want to be a little bit more, whatever, you can say, who cares about the wicks up here, and just go by the top of this candle right here, butt of that candle right there, butt of these candles right here, right? Like, and that's kind of how it's just playing out. Like, it's really easy when you just keep it simple on your charting, look for previous tops and or support, and just make lines. Just throw out lines and watch them, and just watch them. Because if you take we're on the 4-hour, if you take a fib retracement. So fib retracement, usually, like, right, people like to go top, bottom. They have to retrace, right? I take my fib retracement and go from bottom to top. And you can see these fib lines. This is, I like to reorganize my fibs, whatnot, to kind of show different things on TradingView. But if you can see right here, look how this 0.382 lines perfectly up with what I just put out there, that yellow line. Look how it doesn't line perfectly. Look how the 0.618 lines perfectly again, right here. So if you want to, like, just kind of do it on autopilot, just learn how to do a fib retracement. Get a fib retracement, guys. This is the way I do it. Some people do it differently. It's a fib retracement, but just take from bottoms to previous tops, lay them down, boom. Certain fib lines, like the 382, for me, have a lot more importance than the 236. The 5 and the 618. 618 is part of the golden pocket, has a big importance, or weighs a lot more with me on my fib lines. So again, I like to alter usually how my fibs look on TradingView. If you can see it here with Atom, right? Like, my fibs don't look like that. I have it set up literally to show the 6.5 and the 6.18. But if you go back to Osmosis, the 6.18 and the 6.5 basically go in a pocket. It would have been right here. Like, I'm willing to bet if I would have changed that, this zone right here is golden pocket zone, right? So if it came back down here, the higher probability of it bouncing in the golden pocket, super, super high. And it's all just math. I don't have enough time to go over the math, nor am I smart enough to break down exactly how those fib lines get broken down to and lied. But yeah, so, like, again, look how it kind of just lines up. Look how they all just line up. They lines up pretty well. But that's what I'm seeing for Juno. Fritz asks, are you still in Osmo LPs? Just one. Pull one. I'm in just one. Pull.
Yeah, I closed all my liquidity pools a long time ago.
And to be honest with you, I am closing that pool right now. I have about 6 more days. Hold on. I have 6 more days to close this pool. Just because I'm closing it because I want to be liquid. I'll just say that. You guys might want to ask me like, why am I getting out of a pool? I want to be liquid. So I was in it for a long time though. I let that pool run for a long, long time.
Yeah, I'll get back into pools after I'm done shoring up my staking positions to fund the pools with later.
Oh wait, and it's not pool 1. I was in USDC Osmo. That's the pool.
That's basically what I do when the market trends down like super hard and all I have is worth nothing in staking. I basically go back over all my positions and then get to new coin goals and then refund all my new LPs again with new APRs and new projects and stuff.
Yep. While we're looking at this, because gosh, I feel like I'm ranting. This is really good though. Like, look at this, guys. Look at Netta. Netta up 12.53% on the price.
Yeah, they're doing some stuff with their DAO. I was in one of their spaces.
DeFi. I want to ask you, because you did if you guys didn't watch his YouTube channel, by the way, you can feel free to link it if you're in the chat. Link your YouTube channel. If you guys haven't subscribed or watched his, he does more NFT stuff, but he did do one where you did a gelato airdrop thing, where it's involved Netta, I think. Tell us, if you don't mind, is that safe? Like what? I know that's like a gambling lottery thing, right? Like, is it still here? Is that safe?
Yeah, I don't know.
I haven't touched it yet. You claimed it?
Yeah.
I didn't touch it yet. Somebody let me know if you guys got cookies.
Too hard, but it seems like they're trying to be a legit team. They're very transparent on their Twitter and stuff like that.
As long as the code is okay, that's all I care about. Like I was going to take some time today and go through the claiming process and literally read the code that's on the wallet when you're claiming. As long as I don't see anything crazy in that code, I don't care. I'll touch it.
Oh yeah, I didn't see anything weird.
You didn't see anything? Okay. That's all I care about. Like I'll claim it. I just wanted to make sure the contract wasn't
just
weird.
Like the average stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see here. Let me see if there's anything else that we need to talk about.
I usually wait until like a week later, make sure nobody's like seen anything.
Well, that's what I figured we would have saw something like on Twitter or something like that. Somebody saying they got like bad cooties or their pee is itching or burning or whatever it is. The pee is itching. How's your pee itch, guys? You claimed it, Chad? No cooties? Okay. Oh, I didn't see Blau left. Later, Blau. I don't see anything. Oh, Rusty and them were talking about Umi yesterday. I do want to share with you guys. Shout out to Rusty and the Knots crew, Rusty and Jerry. We can segue into NFTs later, but I do want to. They were talking Umi stuff, right? And I had a question for them. And I'm not trying to throw shade or nothing like that, but if you guys know, like they are VC backed, and I agree, there's a place and time for VCs and everything. Not all of them are bad, but I asked a question yesterday and I thought it was really, really interesting that they totally sidestepped it and avoided answering the question, which I respect. I got it. I was like, that's basically what I was expecting to happen. But I'd asked the question after they talked about it earlier on. So they tried to get it out of the way about their VC thing and then not talk about it. But I'd asked them, what's the vesting schedule look like for your early seed sales and your vesting in your VC? Like what's all that look like? And they basically was like, well, it's out there. You can look it up. It's basically what they said when you want to avoid stuff, which I respect. I get it. But then, so I did some digging and I kind of just want to put it out there, guys. If you guys want to know, and this kind of goes into what DeFi was asking too, like this is a really good, let me put this in here for you guys. If you guys really want a tool that is beneficial, go to vesting or vestlab.io. You guys can go here and you guys can find a pretty good list of tokens and what their vesting schedule unlocks look like, guys. So again, this is Umi, right? And we've seen them dump into people quite hard. Boom, token gets launched. Sell, right? Not good. Definitely not good. Seeing a little bit of a rally, but what you guys got to remember, don't get fooled with what you're looking at on the shorter time frame. Zoom out on the daily. We're still basically in the ground. Like we're still basically in the ground. we're buried pretty deep, pretty deep. Like you can look at this water slide, right? And so while they're talking,
That Vest Labs site looks like Simply Wall Street. You ever use that site?
I've seen it. I haven't used that. I've seen
Yeah.
that one though. Yep, but it does.
I used it for a few months. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, but it's a good site, right? Like if we go back here, and you can see that there's going to be scheduled sell-offs. So while I liked what I was hearing as far as the project goes, one thing I want to stress to you guys as an investor would be maybe not just yet. I want to see this stuff expire. Kind of like I want to get in Akash, but I want to see Akash expire with their vesting. Can I see Akash? Show me Akash. Let me. No. So I don't know. Maybe something for you guys to look at. I just want to show you guys. Like, let me. Can I find? No, Akash not on here. No, really? Akash not on here. That's interesting.
Do Evmos. Is Evmos on there?
Evmos. Nope, I don't see it. Maybe that search function's not working. Yeah, but it's a really, those are the kind of things you gotta look at when you're looking at newer protocols that have high inflation and stuff like that. You gotta look at cool little sites like this that will tell you, what's gonna get unlocked on you. You don't want to be somebody else's liquidity. And those early investors, I promise you, I've been early investing into projects in the traditional world and not. When I have a chance.
Why it's always good to read the documentation.
Yeah. Read the tokenomics. When I have a chance, I will sell into you. And these guys will do the same. Do not think that they won't do that. But I thought that was really interesting. So I just want to point that out for you guys. You guys, again, can see the token supply. You guys can see the allocations. And you can also see the vesting schedule and the unlock periods coming. So I just kind of wanted to point that out. A little shout out to Jerry, them, and Rusty from the Knots crew. Also want to show you guys that as well. Not spreading FUD about Umi. Again, really liked the protocol and what I heard from the team. I just more interested in
participated in their incentivized testnet, but I
did
never
too.
got any coins.
I got Umi. I got some Umi. I don't think I got a lot, but I got some.
For some reason, it didn't work for me. I don't know why.
Let's see. I don't think I have a lot. I don't have a lot of Umi at all. Umi. Yeah, it makes up 0.19% of my.
I've had pretty bad luck with airdrops recently. Like I'm just missing a quarter of my Evmos airdrop just for no reason.
We're gonna do an airdrop stream soon, but yeah. So like I have $130 something in free Umi that I got, which is cool. But yeah, I don't respect that. Striker says, answer the question. Then if it's public, then if it's publicly available. What are we talking about?
He's talking about those people that sidestep the question. Like if it's publicly available, why don't you just repeat it?
Yeah. No, well, like as a business owner, like again, we were actually we were talking about GNL, right? And we were talking about like the politics and the prop and voting no, and then maybe getting more because right now there's there you can check your possible airdrop coming for Golan from Jay, and in our Discord there was conversation about how was it Oliver? I think I'm not calling you out, Oliver. I respect your opinion totally, but he was thought it was crap because like it's just basically politics, right? But like you got to remember when I say I respect something, it's coming as a business person. Like to me, investing, trading, running a business, all of this stuff it's all the same. It's all politics. It's all posturing. It's all fair and love and war. It really is, guys. Like you got to really separate your emotions from that stuff. But I thought what Jay did was strategically for what he was trying to build with his company. Brilliant, right? Like if they're like, let's be honest, he's part of, and always will be part of the Cosmos ecosystem. He is one of two parents. Yeah, but he's well,
Like
still like we will
that's
always
like, dude, that was in news articles and shit.
yeah
Like,
yeah like, but what he did as far as him
amazing.
as a person, being who he is, and being part of the Cosmos ecosystem like he is, and then having another project, which is all you guys got to remember, all this stuff is for profit. All these developers, they're all for profit. They're all businessmen. Well, you should act like one. I've seen a very few actual legit businessmen that are developers.
Well, the Lido thing is like makes that pretty obvious.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about that, and that's gonna be our segue into it. But like I'm telling you, as far as a businessman, as someone that's just, I'm all about money management. I'm all about doing things a certain way. I respected the hell out of what Jay did. I didn't necessarily. You don't have to condone it or agree with it. I damn well respected it. So like, again, kind of using it, going back to what Umi did. Of course they're not going to. So like, I respect it. Of course you're not going to. Like, I'm going to, as a presenter, if I actually had something, like, I'm not going to tell you the worst about, like, it's like going on a date, right? Like like, I guess you could say like it would be better if you did, but like, you're going to present yourself in the best light possible, right? To be accepted. Like, they're still trying to find liquidity in the market. They're still trying to find its place in the market. They're definitely not going to tell you the worst about themselves whenever possible. They're, if it's out there, it's out there. I get it. But like, I also get what you're saying. If it's there, be forthcoming. You guys know how I like to be. I'll tell you ins and outs and let you guys decide, especially even about myself. I'll tell you as much as I possibly can, without putting myself in a security position or something like that. I'll tell you, like, and then that's how I am. So again, I didn't condone it, but like, I respected the hell out of what Jay did. I thought it was a strategic killer, just chop their heads off kind of move when it came to Goland, and what obviously he did coming back now with the Ignite or Tenement 2. So I thought, like, respect, like, that was genius. But yeah. Man, I'm so ranting today, guys. This is a rant stream. I'm all over the place. Oliver said his main point was to say it was unfair because non-English people are disadvantaged. But you could always, like, I don't know, Oliver, like, don't get me wrong, brother. I love you guys to death. And obviously we have viewers from all over. Let's be real though. Like, you can read everything.
Also, there's been like so many spaces about it. Like, if you have a question, you can just join.
Yeah. And it was, I'm going to be very real, because I was covering it. It was everywhere. Like, it was really hard to mistake what was happening or his position. Yeah, it was huge in our space. And then, to be fair,
very controversial.
I could go to a Swiss website and hit translate if I really wanted to figure that out. Like,
well, Google
has
Chrome automatically does it for you.
You can, I don't know, Oliver. I get what you're saying, but like, to say that you couldn't, not enough time to make a decision. I could see that argument. I could see that argument to where, like, you gotta, but I don't know. At the same time, that's like, I will say in politics and business and everything, in any kind of governance thing, it's never going to be fair. It's not going to work for everybody. Not everybody's going to have enough time to digest what's happening.
Only up as long as the proposal was up, right?
Yeah. It's faster if you reach, no with veto, the quorum, like, it's easier to reach faster. So I can get that not enough time thing. But yeah, like, it is still all, like, it's, nothing is fair. And that's why we have that saying, it's all fair in love and war. Like, that's what it is. Like, it's got its double-edged sword to it. So I can understand that. I can definitely understand that. No debate. No, I get it. It was no, but I do get what you're saying, Oliver. I really do. But yeah, so let's carry on into another thing. I'm sorry. We got to talk about this kind of stuff, guys.
Man, I like, at least you're getting airdrops and stuff. Like, there's like so many people that like have their coins in exchanges and random wallets and don't even do anything. And then a year later they come back and are like, oh, I missed so many thousands of dollars. Yeah.
Like this, guys, I gotta be real. I'm not even disappointed, because I knew this. This is from Lido. Again, the same company that just asked us and got, by the way, by our own votes, maybe not you guys, but by the community vote, just got granted an access to quite a bit of our community funds, quite a bit of Atom, from our recent proposal, Proposal 72, if I'm not mistaken, we voted to give these same people that are doing the same exact thing and want to do the same exact thing in the Cosmos ecosystem. They just came out and basically showed their hand that they are broke. And if I'm wrong, Lido, please prove me wrong. I'll put my foot in my mouth and humbly apologize. But if I am wrong, please show us. This just looks to me like you guys are broke and are poorly managing your funds. The one thing that I want to say, which was hilarious to read, maybe not so much because now we're going to get affected by this. If you guys read all of this, you could see that they were saying they needed to have so much funds available to pay their 75 person team. Holy crap. You have an overhead of just people, 75 people on your team. You need to start managing your company better and your overhead expenses. Like, holy crap. And then also this, again, is showing them that they want to have all access to this without any kind of lockup period. But they're saying, don't worry, we're not going to sell anything. We promise not to sell anything, but we also don't want, even though we're telling you guys, we don't want you guys to keep us to our word. Just trust us. What's the saying in this world or in this space? Don't trust, verify. Nothing makes a lick of sense as far as a businessman goes with what I'm seeing from Lido.
The saying in crypto should just be like, don't trust it, bro.
Yeah.
Instead of don't trust me. Instead of trust me, bro.
You guys, we just voted to give these same people a fair, like a great amount of our atom. What do you think they're going to do? Actions, past actions speak way louder than words, right? This is what they've done. This is what this is their claim to fame. Guess what you can expect coming forward. I hope I'm wrong.
Hopefully they build something really cool with all that money. We'll see.
We'll see. But and then again, I'm not spreading FUD, but I want you guys to go back into MintScan. I want you guys to start connecting dots, man. Start connecting dots. I want you guys to go back in MintScan. I want you guys to go back to the proposals in the past. All right? I want you guys to look at the people advocating and proposing these things. And then I want you guys to go look at their business practices and how they manage their business and protocols and how well off their treasury are. Because I can tell you right now that there's a lot of cannibalistic parents in our ecosystem that feed off their children that they birth and bring into this space. And it's not good. I'll call it for what it is. I'll call it for what it is until somebody proves me otherwise. We can go ahead and take a look at some of these. Okay, let's do that. Let's be real. I'm going to look for Sommelier. Don't get fooled. I'm bullish too. I'm super bullish on Som, by the way. They just had their launch party. I'm super bullish on Sommelier. But again, I want to see your guys' books. I want to see your guys' vesting schedule. I want to see everything for me to make a better judgment call. Because right now, if you're going to be managing this company, if you're going to be managing our Cosmos funds the way you've managed this and everything else in the past, F it, I'll just say it. Somebody remind me, what else has Zaki built?
Agoric.
Agoric, right? Actually, I'm pretty bullish on Agoric too, though. But actually, I think isn't Agoric on here? Yep. There you go. Do you guys understand what I'm talking about? But cannibalistic parents. I'm going to get all my ducks in a row. And I'm not going to make accusations. I'm just going to review decisions and projects and profitability and sustainability. And I'm going to compile all of this data. I'm going to make a video pointing out what I believe is unhealthy parenting practices. And it is what it is. And I'll probably get ostracized and crucified and talked it down to and told that I don't know what I'm doing. I love being told that age doesn't matter, but by a lot younger people that really haven't sustained or ran profitable businesses over a long period of time. Absolutely love it. I'm for it. I'm here all day long. Let's talk about it. Yeah, but I'm ready for it because this kind of stuff, we can't keep letting it happen, guys. We can't keep letting this happen, or else we won't have an ecosystem, or we're gonna have a lot of problems in our ecosystem. So, yeah, be ready for that. I'll burn this whole damn village down. I don't care. I do care, but I'm getting to the point where I don't care. But I do. Anyway. Don't spank your kids. I barely know what one is even about, Striker. You talking about wait. City was one of them.
I don't think you're allowed to spank your kids anymore.
Nope. Sounds like if I was proposal to pay 75 sounds like it was a proposal to pay their 75 team members. Yeah. They would probably sell, but would be happy to buy cheaper Atom. You got to remember though, you can't always think like that. You can't think like, I just want a cheaper Atom, because at some point you get diminishing returns from your actions. And that's what I'm talking about. If we keep having these unhealthy business practices in our Cosmos ecosystem, we devalue over a long time frame the value of Atom. So while I want a lower price point for Atom as well, I don't want to get a lower price point for the sake of the health long term of our ecosystem. We cannot use SOM sellers in the yes. Yep. Nope. Oh, we can. No, we can't. That's right. I need glasses. We cannot. That's what I thought. Often the same people were more vocal against Junipop 16 as well. Weird. Yeah. Super weird, right? They will probably sell, but will be. I already read that. I barely know what this one's about. Don't spank your children. About some. I kind of jumped into the middle of this conversation. What's up, BitSource? It's a conversation that needs to be had a lot more, to be very honest with you. A lot more. But you know what? Like, if I'm the one that gets known to be a drama starter or a whistleblower in the space, and or if I never get invited to the cool kids table, so be it. I'd much rather help the handful of people, us here, that, see it for what it is, than to let people get taken advantage of. I just can't, morally wise, I can't sit by and not bring it up. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't, and I want to be made, I want to have it make sense to me. So I'm inviting people. Come make it make sense to me. If I'm absolutely wrong about your parenting styles, about the way that you are driving value to this ecosystem, show me, please. And I want to actually have a real discussion. I invite them to come with more than just I'm developing things, because you guys got to understand, when people develop things, the only way that developers remain valuable is if they continue to develop, whether it be new projects or the same thing that they've developed already, and cultivate, like, and massage it and realize it into maturity. The problem I'm seeing is a lot of these so-called developers that bring value, that have value to this space, that add value to this space, jump from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. And that's what I'm talking about when I'm saying cannibalistic parents. They jump, suck the lifeblood out of it. And then if it doesn't work out, they go to something else, suck the lifeblood out of that. Then they shove their child to the side and they jump to something else, develop something else, and they shove it to the side. That's not sustainable. That's not maintainable. Look at how many different projects some of these people are in that have gone fucking nowhere. How long are we going to continue to allow that kind of shit to happen? I respect it. Some of them, it's like stepping stones, right? Like, hey, that one taught us this, and this one taught us that, and this one taught us that. At the expense of what, though?
It's funny. They're actually talking about this in the Cosmos ecosystem chat in the Telegram. Some people.
I've avoided that Telegram so much. The one that yeah, I think we're in the same one.
Yeah, I'm actually moderating that one also.
I've like
I'm everywhere.
I've reluctantly not chimed in because it's semantics. It's not semantics. It's poor practices. I get it sometimes. I get it. But like, I'm just getting sick and tired of certain ways of thinking being pushed upon the people. It's not good. You're the liquidity. Don't let them make you the liquidity for their ideas. Some of them are good, but don't let them continue to make you the liquidity for their ideas, for their benefits. We got to demand better. And if it doesn't happen, we have to enforce it ourselves via governance. It's a double-edged sword, right? That's that double-edged sword that we're always talking about with governance. It's a beautiful thing. But it can definitely work against us if we don't use it. If we don't use it, they will abuse it. They will. And they'll abuse you while it happens.
Oh, man. I love being moderator.
But yeah, so guys, I'm preaching right now. Again, I find myself always preaching. I'm going to make a very detailed, guys, I'm telling you right now, nobody's safe from it. Nobody's safe from it. I'm going to show.
Right. I screenshotted in the general chat what the conversation they're having. And a bot decided to pop in and just tell everybody to enjoy nature together.
Wait, what? Can I show this on screen?
Yeah. It's funny.
There you go.
Yeah, this guy is like on fire. I actually argued with this guy a little while ago and he got banned from one of the Comdex chat rooms.
Yeah. Well,
but he's like pretty good about everything else since he cooled off.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy to get riled up though, because it's shit. It is shit. I'm here, and the reason why I started this channel was to be for the people, to give the people a loudmouth voice, because I consider myself to be a loudmouth. That I can, again, I don't care. I don't care if I ever get to the popular table. To me, the popular table is here with you guys. I don't care about what title you want to give yourself or what importance you want to give yourself in the crypto ecosystem, Cosmos ecosystem, whatever it is. I'm here about business, investing in business, money management. Boom. That's it. That's all I care about. And I care about the people, because the people is what makes this world go round, what makes this space go round. And I'll be damned if they keep getting taken advantage of while I'm around and I have a voice. Like, I'll fucking say it. I don't care if you come on my channel, if I'm gonna get all these interviews and talk to these key players, bro. Pff. Yeah. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here for it, Matt. I appreciate it. Did I ever tell you guys what my real name is? My name is Matt, actually. So, whenever I say Matt, I feel like I'm talking to myself. It's Matthew, but yeah, Matt. But yeah, like I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. I feel like I'm going on a tangent though. There's so much places my mind wants to go. And yeah, hopefully you guys are understanding what I'm saying. I feel like when I bring this kind of stuff up though, there's a lot of people that feel the same way, but yet for some reason out there in the space, it's like we are afraid to voice it because we care or something what they think. I'll tell you what, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what people think of me because I don't need it. I can prove my business sense. I can prove my money management. I can prove who I am. You can dox me. We can compare apples to apples. You want a measuring stick? I'll measure my stick against your stick all day long, friends. I have a place that I'm coming from. You're still experimenting with other people's money. That shit pisses me off. I get it. It's all an experiment. But man, the games that are being played piss me the fuck off. Sorry, I'm not going to get monetized now. I'm getting worked up now. But yeah. Yeah. You thought my real name was Hank? No, it's Tank. I'm also Matt. Brent, I am also Matt. We're all Matt. Oh no. We're not doing what his face does.
Did you pull up the other part of that post?
The treasury one? This one?
Yeah, like the actual like context, the
Yeah.
research.
Here's the context,
paper.
guys. Let me give it to you guys so you guys can see it in context. Here, I'll just boom. Read this. This is Lido in detail. And what they're trying to do, again, here's the original. So you guys can read. I just kind of help the people, like, I'm just going to call it the people who were out there being the most vocal about it on why we're stupid and why we need this and why this is good and all this other stuff. Think about it, man. These are the same people preaching other stuff to you guys, pushing other protocols on you guys. These are the same people, like we were talking about the other day, that when you make partnerships, when you are the sponsor or whatever you want to call yourself, you are basically an arm or representation of the ecosystem. Their reflection. We gotta stop allowing these people to do a reflection of what we actually believe and want to see. Why? Because they can code? Because they've done a couple of things? You guys gotta understand how VCs work. You guys gotta understand how these companies work and remain profitable. They remain profitable off you giving it to them. Did we need Lido? Did we need anything on a sister chain? Did we need to fund a consumer chain? The first one ever? Did we need to do that? Did we need liquid staking? Did we already not have liquid staking?
Well, Quicksilver said they could do it without Cosmosm. So yeah, I guess so.
Why did we just pay for something? It's like when I go out with my kids and they're like, Dad, give me this $100 toy that they'll probably be happy to check out the store with and never play again with. It probably will break. It's not even worth $100. It's like we literally just did it again. No, you guys never play with it. We just paid for it again. Is that smart? Are we being savvy with our business decisions, with our money, with our capital, with our reserves? No. I would love to see, I want to see the response from the promoters of that last proposal. How come you don't see them chiming in on this? Oh, because that's what we were talking about before. They're not going to show the worst, right? They're not going to be vocal on the worst. They're going to be vocal when they want something from you. But definitely with this, they'll be, oh, you can just look it up. You can just, yeah, it's, we don't have anything to do with this. Bro, you just promoted. our bros, or should I say ma'am as well. I don't want to get anybody upset. Apparently people get upset easily, but you guys just stuck your neck out and promoted it and made everybody feel a certain way about bringing Lido here and why it was so important. You guys got to understand, when you guys preach Lido and all this other stuff, you preach in the entirety of Lido, not just the one section of it. Oh, but it's okay. I'm going to go to extreme right now. I'm going to go to a big extreme, right? It's like saying this guy has a rap sheet. He beats the shit out of people all the time. He has been known for randomly just beating the shit out of people, beating up kids, women, everybody. Beats the shit out of people. But he's really strong and he can lift this. How about let's hire him, go to the school to lift this, and but you guys don't worry about any of this, okay? It's just about what's happening here. This is good for us right here because we need somebody to lift this. You take on all kinds of risk. And guess what? If he comes over here, lifts this up, and then beats the shit out of the teacher, the kids, and everybody else, when he has a rap sheet and they have poor management in life and all this other stuff, guess who you're going to get blamed? Guess who's... Yeah, that person's going to get blamed, but also the person promoting it, wanting it so bad, right? How come nobody's talking about this right now? I want to hear your response. This is not good. It's not good. Where's all the vocalism? Where's it at? Where's it at? I'm genuinely concerned. Oh, you're making it out to be more than what it is. Bullshit. I have valid concerns. I have real money in this ecosystem. So do you. Why am I being crazy for bringing this up? Why am I always being shunned or told? And trust you me, I have. I get DMs all the time. Or just ostracized and shadow banned by the inner circle. There is an inner circle here in this Cosmos ecosystem. You don't believe me? Take a fucking look around. There is. We can play this cheek for cheek posturing bullshit game. You want to? I'm game. I find it fun sometimes. But you're not going to make me feel or silent me in bringing the concerns to the people. This shit's concerning. Millions of dollars concerning. Health of the ecosystem concerning. Makes you wonder why Jay does certain things, right? We're talking about Golan. Makes you wonder why he went to an extreme measure and said, no.
He's got balls.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah. Makes you wonder, right? Why do you think I said respect to him and that business decision? I was assassin. He was an assassin right there. Poop. He ain't playing no fucking games.
Dude, I like how he's so tactful. Like, he left for a year, was silent, and then came on to Cito's YouTube, and dropped all that information, and then just came back to whatever, I don't even know what it's called, Tendermint, whatever, one of the three, and I guess maybe made some people leave, on top of pretty much directing, some of the prop, vote himself. I don't know. The guy's got lots of balls.
Man's a G,
Crazy.
Dude. The man's a G. Straight up G. But I'm for this fight, man. That's why I started the channel. And some people, I'll be fucking honest with you guys. I'm swearing so much. I don't even care right now. Sorry, YouTube. Don't ban me, though. It's for adults only. It says adults only, using cuss words. I'm fucking, for today, guys, I'm just going to swear. I'm fucking for this fight. I started this channel. Yes, before that, it was Crypto Tank. I used to cover all my investments. But when I got deep and really wanted to focus on the Cosmos ecosystem and saw it for what it is, the whole intention was to be for the people. Never hold anything back. Always be transparent. Speak my mind. Throw shit out there when I see it. Food for thought for people that digest, right? Fuck this shit. Y'all are bad actors, cannibalistic parents. And until I see shit change, why should I feel any differently? Seriously. What's that old song? What have you done for me lately? Boom, 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 boom. Other than take from this system, what have you done yourself? I like takers, man. Takers, I hate takers, bro. I get it. I'm a profit taker, and I get your profit taking too. But man, there's a way to do it that I respect, and there's a way that some people do it that I just don't respect at all. And I'm getting sick and tired of acting like I respect it, because I don't. When you're feeding off the people, which I get it, same of the game, right? It's just people. People bring liquidity. Liquidity equals people. I get it. There's a way of doing it that I'm sick and tired of seeing already. Sick and fucking tired of seeing already. Whew. So I'm juiced, bro. I'm freaking done. Done with bad actors. Done with all of it. Do you think about it, man? Look. Do I have to name names? I can name them out directly, but just think about how many people and the double-edged sword about Cosmos, right? Is it's a community effort. There's no one dedicated pocket full of devs that are obligated by contract to work on just that protocol. They all work on all of them, right? They work on all of them. But there's another side to that, right? There's another side to that. There's the money side to all of this stuff. None of this stuff is being done like they would like you to believe, with wholeheartedness, good intentions, and for charity. For Web3 charity, because we want to change the world. The fuckers are getting paid. People want to get paid. But they want you to believe, again, like some other people in the world, that they're doing it with the best intentions. But guess who's paying for it? Maybe that's why I get riled up, because it's so similar. Guess who's paying for it? Please name names. Just look at all the major, look at Prop 72. Look at the ones that were just promoting Prop 72. Not just devs. All of them that were promoting it. Even people. I'll say it. I don't give a fuck. People promoting Prop 72. And then tie your strings to all the projects. And then tie their actions to past decisions that were made. And then tie those actions that were made in the past on different protocols and see where those protocols are now. And then tie those protocols to the VC or the seed funds that sold all their shit.
Here, Tank. I link the research article, the actual, not just the Twitter post, but the actual research article in the general chat.
Cool. Bring it up. I think I shared this earlier, but yeah. Yep. So did I, BitSource. So did I. You guys gotta understand, this game, it's a wild game, man. It's a wild game. There are some good people though. I want to say this. And with this being said too, there's that are for profit. They need to make money as well, but they do it in ways that I find a lot more respectable. Jacob, Oni, Kevin, Whisper Nodes, I like them. There's a lot of validators. Highlander Node, I think Rhino does a good job. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of node operators, which are some of them are developers too. But there's so many different levels to this system where there's personalities like myself, right? I guess, I don't know. Now that I have Maneki, I guess you can call me somebody that's got a project, I guess. I don't know. There's personalities, there's relayers and validators, there's code contributors, and then there's in between all of those bones, the ligaments and joints and blood and everything that keeps it together, which is you guys, the ecosystem, right? You guys are what holds it all together, the liquidity that makes all of this work. And the way that this ecosystem is pointed out right now, they would like you to believe that these guys right here are the most important things. Where if it wasn't for you guys holding all these and giving them any kind of importance at all, that's why I always say you guys are the most important things, right? But you guys get neglected. We get neglected. We get told that we're overvaluing ourselves. We're overreaching our opinions. We're over exaggerating our concerns. For fuck what? Why? If it makes business sense and you can prove it to me in the past, again, like I always want to be proven wrong. I want to be known as the most conservative profit-taking person ever in the Cosmos ecosystem. That if I'm ever known for anything in this space, it's Tank was a super like take profit kind of guy. You don't know it all and wanted to be wrong. I want to be wrong. I want to be like over crazy whatever. I want to be
you know what I notice also, like a lot of developers and people around them, they have this very, it's a startup, just throw money at it attitude. And I don't know.
Yeah, that's
bullshit. that works sometimes.
Nope.
When things are doing good.
It works when you have a plan. When you literally have a plan.
Yeah, but like literally makes you careless and negligent for the next, stuff you're doing, and when it matters,
when you're not the one. What I was saying earlier about certain individuals, and just take a look at them and what they have to lose. All these devs, all these people of importance that we weigh so highly, right? How much skin you got in the game, other than your time, right? Because we're all putting. Let's fucking stop with that bullshit. We're all putting our time, hard time that we're never gonna get back, right? Super valuable. We're all here. We all got the same amount of time, okay? Like, let's stop that. Look, it's my time. It's valuable. I'm a dev. All this other stuff. How much you got to lose? It's easy when you want somebody else to pay for stuff. You know how easy it is for me to pitch ideas and me to throw shit around when it's not me paying for it? It's like what con men do, right? Oh, you do know. You do all the rest. But trust me, this is going to be great. Here's the snake water. Here's the whatever. This protocol is going to cure everything. But I personally have not put anything into it. You should though. And then when it doesn't work, well, it was just, now we know. Let's go to this next thing. Cannibalistic parents. Pay myself as a developer. I did my job. Let's move on. Instead of laying out fresh dirt each and every year to the same garden that you prepped in the first place, replanting the seeds that, could grow and sustain us over a long period of time. Like, why the fuck do we always need to build something new? If you really take a look, I'm so preaching right now. I'm so sorry. If you take a look around, the only thing that's happening right now is things are getting recycled. That's the only thing that's happening right now. Nothing's innovating or brand new is coming out. DNS name services, guess what? We've had that. Cloud-based services, guess what? That's been around for a while. Like we're just trying to innovate it, make better, and all this other stuff. Like, I'm gonna be very honest too. NFTs, except for Maneki, doing something totally different. Being real about that too. I'm not even joking. But NFTs, I've heard it. I've heard all of the value propositions, use cases, all this stuff. Lending protocols. I get it, right? I get it. We're just rehashing the same shit. Why don't we just figure out how to polish up the shit we have before we keep spending more stuff? It's like having a car that works, gets you to point A to point B, paid off, all this other stuff every single day. All you got to do is maintain it, and it'll get you to point A to point B every single freaking time. As long as you maintain it. It has value, right? It increases your day-to-day life. It brings value to your everyday life. And then going, fuck it. I want to go into debt and grab that other car because it's flashy. That makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense. Right? That's like even I can use that analogy. Rich, I know you love this because you're a mechanic, but it's like even saying, oh, well, we got something, like even especially on the older cars, right? Like, oh, we got something wrong with the crank or the fat or the belt or like something, right? Something not major. You can fix, you can address and fix, but just going, I'm gonna buy a whole new damn car.
Dude, I've had this happen to me, like with my truck, like literally. I tried to get it fixed, just get the fuel flush and get it started. And they had to call a diesel mechanic specialist from Ford and made me wait 2 weeks. And I went up there and did it myself in their front yard with another car.
Yeah. I'm oversimplifying
Just
things.
buy another truck.
Yeah, but like I'm oversimplifying things, but like that's how it should be.
People can't even work on old stuff because it's all just buy a new one,
Yeah, just no, it's gotta. The only way we see value in the space anymore is if it's new, if it like, bro, poor business practices, poor money management, poor life practices. Like, we got to stop it with this shit. We've got to stop, guys, or else we're not going to be here very long. Or we're going to find ourselves doing it all over in a different space. This is the best space to possibly do it because we got governance. We have a POS system. The Cosmos ecosystem is the best. I'm still a mega bull. I'm still a cosmonaut through and through. But we need to fix this. We need to demand more. We need to stop kidding ourselves and take care of things ourselves. Really do. I don't even want to get and see on Zoom more. Then we get into this whole tangent about what this stuff is doing, our environment and our future on Earth. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm sorry. You know what? I want to. You know what? This is like more for a spaces. Yeah, so more people can come on and talk about it. But I really do. With all my heart, guys, I appreciate you guys 100%. I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. As we say in the South, I ain't scared. Like, bring it. Bring it. Don't intimidate me with your projects. You don't intimidate me with your money. You don't intimidate me with your coding know-how or anything like that. We can measure sticks all day long. Got many big sticks. But what did I want to say? I wanted to show you guys one real quickly. Guys, Maneki. I'm sorry, I'm just going to type out Maneki. Maneki is our NFT project. Guys, we're almost to 16%, I believe. We're almost to 16%. Mind-blowing that we're almost to 16%. I think we're just like maybe 1 or 2 mints away to getting there. Love you guys to death. We are, if you guys don't know, and you guys can't catch what I'm just talking about, doing it differently, damn it. We're doing it the right way. We're doing something that's never been done before. And I'm so excited for the first of next month to come around so that we can close mints, burn the rest of them, and just be on our way and show these knuckleheads how things are supposed to be done in the space. Yeah, I said it. I guess I'm coming down on some people. Maybe. But you know what? If it offends you, maybe it's because you're doing something weird. You know? If what I'm saying literally offends you as a developer, as a project launcher, or any of that shit, I'm going to be real. That's your fucking problem. Maybe you're doing some shit that's sketchy, not real value accrual. Maybe you're doing some shit that you just like know isn't long term. Maybe you're not actually bringing value to the space with what you're doing. You're just trying to take. So I'm just going to be real. If what I'm saying offends you, fuck it. That's your problem, not mine. We're here for the people. Always will be. Actions speak louder than words. Watch me. And if you don't believe me, go back and watch what I've already done. Watch what we do going forward. I'm sick and tired of all these fake motherfuckers in the space. Anyway.
Apparently, Lido is also confirming is joining Lido on Solana as a node operator.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Still no Manekis for sale. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Let's show them how it's done. Let's show them how this shit is done. Lead by example. I said it a couple times before, right? I know I can't say much right now until the mid's over. I'll be the example. No glory without sacrifice, right? I'll sacrifice it. I sacrifice the ratings, the inner circle, the acceptance, all that shit. I don't need it because it's fake anyway. I'm going to grow with you guys. I'm going to build with you guys. And do this the right way. The long, sustainable way. Man, I was ranting. Swore so much. I'm not even going to try to put on monetization on that one. YouTube could be like, fuck that guy.
I don't know. In Canada, you can say shit on the radio. It's not a swear
Oh
word.
my gosh. I don't understand why you can't say fuck anyway. I'm just going to we're just letting it hang. Do you guys know where the word fuck comes from? Let me educate you.
It's universal.
It has an origin, which always like people are like, you're ignorant if you use swear words and stuff like that. Not if you know how to use it, and not if you know where the word comes from. I know exactly where the word comes from, or at least the origin story of it. You know, I don't know. It wasn't around when it came out, but I can. It's pretty good. Pretty sure that it's correct. So the word I'm going to teach y'all, right? Swore too much. The F word comes from one of the oldest practices or occupations in the world, and that is prostitution. One of the ways back in the day to sustain your province or your region or your kingdom was through brothel houses, through prostitution. It's one of the oldest profitable practices and occupations in the world. On the door of brothel houses would have an abbreviation of FUCK, which meant fornication under consent of king. So when you went out and got laid by a man, woman, whatever, you were doing your duty as a citizen of that kingdom or region. You were paying your taxes. You were being a good little boy and girl. You were doing your utmost best to sustain the ecosystem at that time by getting laid. Fornication under consent of king is why we say fuck. Because when somebody said, I want to go get fucked, is because they want to go to the door of where that brothel was and pay their taxes so that they can be good citizens of their kingdom. Why am I ignorant for saying fuck? I know exactly where it comes from. You guys know why you stick the middle finger at people? You guys want to know that one? Because, again, back in the days where you had bows and arrows to defend your kingdom in times of war, when archers would get, well, not just archers, but when especially archers were tortured or kidnapped or captured, they would cut off your fingers one by one because that's what you use to pull back a bow and pluck it to kill the opposing side. Some archers that were skilled and lucky enough to get away after such torture or battle would be able to pluck a bow with one of their nubs missing, and they used to throw it up in the air, showing the other side while they were lined up, ready for battle, taunting the other side, telling them that I could still kill you with this one finger. You were still a threat. That's where that comes from. I'm not flicking you guys off. That's where that comes from. Yeah. The more you know, right? Reading Rainbow. Sorry, YouTube. You're not gonna let me get none of this. I know.
Dude, I grew up with Reading Rainbow.
I loved Reading Rainbow. They were trying to come back with it. Anyway, guys. The coffee was good. It's a Friday. I absolutely love the chat. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I know. It might just be us for the foreseeable future, but I'm here for it, guys. I'm here for you guys. So I'm glad that you guys are here. I appreciate you guys. Look out for a spaces that we'll probably more than likely do at some point today. But yeah. I'm going to get out of here, guys, before I keep going and keep getting myself in trouble. Peace. Later, guys. Stay in profits. Take profits when you can.